you change the way you talk depending on who you're talking to? I mean, you probably don't talk to your parents or your boss the same way you talk to your friends or your siblings. Well, the term for that is code switching, and you might be surprised by exactly how powerful an effect it has on the world. For this story, I want to focus on code switching in educational settings. Your code isn't just what you say. It could be a dialect of the dominant language, like African American English or Black English, as it's called by linguist and author John McWhorter. Because code switching is so important, some experts have suggested it's worthwhile to explore code-switched classes, similar to ESL classes that cover both the material and the English words for the material. One reason comes from communication sciences professor Julie Washington. She says there's strong evidence that students who have more than one dialect in their heads outperform those who only speak one language or dialect. Washington says that a lot of kids who speak Black English learn to code switch toward the end of kindergarten, and others toward the end of first or second grade. But after that, she says code switching isn't going to happen unless you teach it. And it's a pretty important thing to teach. By the end of fourth grade, students that can code switch score about 1 full grade higher in reading than their classmates who didn't pick it up. In fact, some of her research has shown that this reading gap is strongest in places where the dialect is furthest from phonetic English. Sometimes the pronunciation has moved so far away from the original spelling that kids who speak this dialect may have a hard time seeing how the letters they're learning form the words that they know. They literally may end up having a similar experience to kids whose first language isn't English. Makes sense that the kids who learned to code switch would outperform the ones who didn't. It's well documented that bilingual brains are often healthier, and maybe that knowledge should be updated to include speakers of multiple dialects too.